kind. You can see the helicopter there. That's shots from remote pit 1. Vehicle there. Actually, we've got 3 vehicles on the screen. I believe those first 2 are our leaders, Eric Miller and Randy Slawson. To me, it looks like Miller stopped in remote pit 1 for something, not sure what it was, and Slawson now is even closer than he was. I'm doing my best here to call up the screen, but that's what I'm seeing so far, Cam. We started this thing already. It's going to be every bit of a 9-hour race. All right, you guys, while we bring you Chocolate Thunder, we have some breaking news coming from our tracking system right now. I think we're going to bring up a graphic. As you remember, the last images we brought to you live of our leaders were from remote pit 1. We saw Eric Miller coming into that area. We know Slawson was coming through that area. All right, you guys, so as you look right now, we can go down. We can see Randy Slawson right there already about 3 or 4 miles down. What we can't see is Eric Miller. That's 0 miles per hour reporting on the same timestamp. So all we can tell you at this point is our tracker is showing that Eric Miller has not left that pit area and is not running, and Slawson is, in fact, leading this race. This is about the
all working together. It looks like Shirley's going to move into that second position physically.
Sure does. Great shot there, you guys, out the 81. Levi Shirley making his way back around through remote pit 1. There's our great shot of all the media people. That's just a portion of the media people that it takes to cover this event.
Fans out there? Right on. Eric Miller still showing on the tracker at remote pit 1. Levi Shirley watching the tracker right now. He is about 4 to 5 miles out of remote pit 1, where he could possibly make a pass for second physical on the road, depending on what's happening with Eric Miller. But those are your top 3 right now in running order. Of course, it's all decided on elapsed time, and we will be waiting to get all those calculations for you. Chad?
Heartbreak, man. There's been heartbreak in every one of the races we've had. I mean, I know that's every story with every type of motorsport you have. But, man, we've had some really good race leaders all week long that just couldn't put it all together. They got close. So, heartbreak for some of these guys. But that doesn't mean that Randy didn't deserve it, because he's been charging hard all day. And don't forget, Miller was down early in the race with problems, battled all the way back. So, I don't know. These guys were giving it everything they have.
Start finish. 8 o'clock this morning, the green flag started waving. 130 entries taking to the Johnson Valley as we await our winner, or our first vehicle across the finish, I should say. Just a beautiful setting, a beautiful afternoon. Let's pay a little respect to those that have already claimed the wins and can call themselves King of the Hammers in 2007, J.R. Reynolds. In 2008, Shannon Campbell. 2009, Jason Shearer. 2010, Lauren Healy. And in 2011, Shannon Campbell brought back that second win. In 2012, it looks like today's driver, who's having some heartbreak and again had heartbreak last year, Eric Miller, was your champion. And right now, your current leader and looking like possible champion in 2013 was Randy Slawson. last year, of course, Lauren Healy. This is the 9th running of the Nitto Tire King of the Hammers. And what an amazing journey it has been for everybody involved and building such a great group of people. And go ahead, Chad. We got cars coming. We got a car coming.
I can see a helicopter. If you look over our saddle right here, you see the sun setting over that mountain. If you just go to the right, you can see the light there of our helicopter following somebody as they make their way in.
All right, you guys, the wild card is making his way to the outskirts of Hammertown. The hardest one-day off-road race in the United States, and definitely one to be contended around the world. The 2015 Nitto Tire King of the Hammers. Our first official finisher is within that last mile. Hammertown, you ready to welcome him when he comes in? I think so. Straight out of Riverside, a fabricator guy that can build it and drive it. He has proven that. Of course, our champion from 2013, trying to reclaim that glory and become the third two-time winner of the King of the Hammers. Chad, what a monumental moment for him.
Yeah, and what a feeling as a driver. I think he's pretty sure of where he is, just about how close he is to the finish line, doing everything he can to not stub his toe, not make a mistake. Lights on, you guys, as the sun has just about set here in Hammertown. Going to be great to get him up here, find out what happened to Eric Miller, if he knows, and just what a long day it's been for Randy.
Well, we talked about it this morning, the speculation, 7 to 8 hours. People said it was going to be the toughest hammer so far. 9 hours in the books from the green flag dropping this morning. If my math is correct, and Randy Slawson, lights on. The campers in sight. Hammertown just over the hill for him. Talk about the challenges you take in life as a race car driver. When you strap in for the King of the Hammers, you know you are in for a battle for pure warfare against the desert, against the rocks, and all your other competitors. Keeping your vehicle alive that entire time is a huge move. As Randy will climb King Shock Hill.
He should be at the summit within just a second. We see the helicopter hovering. You can see the lights now as our leader, Randy Slawson, makes his way very cautiously down King Shock's Hill. Not taking any chances. I don't blame him. At this point, nothing to prove and lots to lose for this guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, your first official finisher coming into the finish line for the 2015 Nitto Tire King of the Hammers. Hammertown, let's make some noise. They're watching around the world. Randy Slawson has just brought it to the checkers.
All right, you guys, we're going to hand it down to Miles, who's actually at the finish line. Cameron and I are on stage. Miles, the mic is yours.
All right, well, I'm down here at the finish line. Dave Cole's giving a big old handshake. He is our first finisher. So we're going to try to get him pulled up on stage to get up to where Cam and Chad are. Don't forget, he's been running 7 cylinders all day long. He was
All
our
right,
2013
Miles, nice job up
King of
there.
the Hammers. We'll see if he can make it to 2015. That would make him the 3rd person to win this race twice. So again, congratulations to Randy Slawson for finishing first. Everything is still very unofficial. We got a great crowd up here. Everybody's excited. Lots of cameras.
Great shot there, you guys. Great shot. This is always one of my favorites when the drivers get their helmets off. You get to see the expression on their face.
Very pumped up for Randy Slawson for finishing first in the 2015 Nitto King of the Hammers. But times are still tight, so we'll have to see if his time will stick or not. We've still got lots of action out here. There's a ton of camera people very, very pumped up for Randy Slawson for finishing first physically in the 2015 Nitto King of the Hammer.